We live our lives in the grip of a great and painful paradox. We need money, we need it to provide for our families, to secure our future, and to navigate the basic practicalities of the world. Yet, for so many of us, the very pursuit of this necessary resource is a source of our deepest suffering. It fills our lives with anxiety, with soul-crushing stress, with envy, with fear, and often with a creeping moral compromise. We chase prosperity to give us a better life, only to find that the chase itself is destroying our ability to live well. And so, we are left with a question that haunts the heart of modern life. Is it possible to solve this paradox? Is it possible to pursue financial prosperity while simultaneously cultivating a deep and abiding sense of inner peace? Can we hold the golden chalice without being burned? Our society, with its relentless focus on accumulation and its glorification of the anxious workaholic millionaire, seems to suggest that the answer is no. It tells us we must choose. You can be rich or you can be peaceful, but you cannot be both. But this is a false choice, a failure of imagination. There is an ancient philosophy, a way of living, that was designed specifically to solve this very problem. It is the Stoic Way. The great Stoics were not destitute ascetics. Many, like Seneca, were among the wealthiest men of their time, while others, like Marcus Aurelius, ruled the entire known world. They grappled with the challenges of wealth and power on a scale we can barely imagine, and in doing so, they forged a sophisticated, nuanced, and profoundly practical wisdom for how to have money without money having you. If you too are seeking a solution to this paradox in your own life, if you desire to build a life that is both prosperous on the outside and peaceful on the inside, then you have found the right school of thought. I invite you to subscribe to our channel and like this video. Your support helps us share this vital wisdom, offering a path to a more balanced and fulfilling life for all who are weary of the modern world's false choices. Join our community as we learn to hold the chalice with a steady, untroubled hand. To begin this journey, we must first understand the foundational principle of the Stoic relationship with money, a concept that is both simple and revolutionary. It is the idea of preferred indifference. The Stoics argued that in life, some things, like money, are not essential for virtue or happiness. They are indifferent. However, among these indifferent things, some are preferred over others. It is preferable to be healthy than sick, to be respected than reviled, and to be prosperous than destitute. This is the key that unlocks everything. Let us first explore the most radical part of that idea. Money is an indifferent. This means it is fundamentally neutral. It has no intrinsic moral value. It cannot make you a good person. It cannot make you a happy person. It cannot grant you a virtuous character. The only thing the Stoics considered truly good was virtue itself, the inner qualities of wisdom, justice, courage, and temperance. Everything else, literally everything else in the universe, from your health to your wealth, was considered external to your well-being. This is the first and most crucial step in healing your relationship with money. You must surgically sever the link that you have been taught to forge between your net worth and your self-worth. Money is a tool. A car is a tool. A hammer is a tool. You do not believe that owning a hammer makes you a good or a happy person. You must learn to see money in the same dispassionate, utilitarian light. It is an external object, completely separate from the state of your inner soul. When we fail to do this, when we make the catastrophic mistake of treating an indifferent thing, money, as if it were an ultimate good, we become emotionally attached to it. This attachment is the source of 100% of our financial anxiety. We become terrified of losing it because we believe its loss would diminish us as a person. We become consumed by a desperate craving for more of it because we believe that its acquisition will finally make us happy and whole. This attachment is a form of slavery. You have given an external object complete power over your inner state. The market goes up, and you feel elation. The market goes down, and you feel despair. As Epictetus taught, we are not disturbed by things, but by our own judgments and opinions about them. It is not the loss of money that causes us pain. It is our mistaken judgment that money is essential to our happiness. The Stoic Way is the process of correcting this fundamental error in judgment. Let us practice a meditation to begin loosening these chains of attachment. It is a stripping exercise. Sit quietly for a moment. Picture yourself with all the things your money has bought: your home, your car, your clothes. Picture the number in your bank account. Now, in your mind's eye, let it all go. Imagine it all vanishes in an instant. The money, the house, the possessions. Strip it all away. What is left? What is left is the real you, your consciousness, your character, your memories, your relationships, your ability to choose how you will respond to this new reality. What is left is your virtue. This exercise powerfully demonstrates that the core of your being is completely independent of your financial circumstances. You are not your net worth. Practicing this meditation regularly weakens the chains of attachment and builds the profound security that comes from locating your worth inside yourself, not in your wallet. Now let us turn to the second half of the Stoic formula. Money is a preferred indifferent. If money is truly indifferent to our happiness, why not simply choose poverty? Why should we bother to build wealth at all? The Stoics were not fools. They were deeply practical people. They understood that while money cannot make you virtuous, it can be a powerful tool to help you practice virtue on a much larger and more effective scale. Think of it this way. The virtue of justice involves providing for and taking care of others, starting with your own family. Is this not easier to practice when you have abundant resources? The virtue of wisdom involves learning and growing. Does not financial freedom give you the time and means to study, to read, to travel? The virtue of courage involves facing adversity. Does not a healthy emergency fund allow you to face a job loss with calm resolve rather than frantic terror? Money, when seen correctly, becomes a means to a virtuous end. It is a resource that can amplify your ability to live a good life according to your highest principles. The goal of wealth building in the Stoic Way is not to accumulate more toys. The goal is to accumulate more freedom, more options, and a greater capacity for virtuous action in the world. This reframes the entire enterprise of making money from a selfish pursuit to a noble one. Let us now engage in our second meditation. Money as a tool for virtue. Take out a journal or simply close your eyes and reflect. Ask yourself this question: if I had more financial resources, how could I use them to become a better, more virtuous person? Do not think about the luxuries you would buy. Think about the character you would build. How could wealth help you to be more just, more generous, more courageous, more temperate? Perhaps you would use it to create a foundation of security that allows you to speak the truth to your boss without fear. Perhaps you would set aside a portion to help a family member in need. Perhaps you would invest in an education that makes you a more valuable member of your community. This exercise shifts your financial ambition away from the realm of the ego and into the realm of the soul. You are no longer just building wealth, you are building a platform for your own moral and ethical growth. Let me ask you to take this reflection one step further. In what single small way could you use the money you have right now, today, as a tool for virtue? It does not have to be a grand gesture. It could be the act of buying a book to expand your wisdom. It could be a small, anonymous donation to a cause you believe in. It could be the decision to start a savings account with the explicit goal of creating freedom for your family. Share your intention in the comments. Let us inspire each other to see money not as a master, but as a servant to our highest selves. We can look to Seneca as a historical example of this philosophy in action. He was a man of immense, almost unimaginable wealth, and yet he was also one of history's greatest Stoic philosophers. How did he reconcile this? He saw his wealth not as a personal possession, but as a temporary stewardship. He believed that fortune had entrusted these resources to him, and it was his duty to manage them wisely without becoming attached to them. He enjoyed his beautiful villas, but he also practiced sleeping on a hard mat. He wrote that he could enjoy his riches, but he was always mentally prepared to lose them in an instant, and his inner peace would not be disturbed. This is the key. The Stoic can pursue and manage wealth because their happiness is not dependent upon it. Their peace of mind is their ultimate safety net. This is not hypocrisy, it is the height of psychological sophistication. He was the master of his money, not its slave. He could use it, but he did not need it for his tranquility. This leads us to our third meditation, the stewardship mindset. For the next week, I want you to try an experiment. Every time you look at your bank account or handle money, I want you to consciously reframe your thinking. Instead of thinking, "This is my money," I want you to think, "These are the resources I am currently managing." See yourself not as the absolute owner, but as the temporary caretaker or steward. This subtle shift in perspective has profound effects. An owner feels entitled and becomes fearful of loss. A steward feels a sense of responsibility and focuses on wise management. A steward understands that the resources are not truly theirs, and that fortune can recall them at any time without explanation. This fosters a sense of profound detachment and humility. You learn to handle your prosperity with a light touch, grateful for its presence, but untroubled by its potential absence. This mindset is what ultimately allows a person to pursue prosperity without the crippling anxiety that usually accompanies it. The Stoic is free to take calculated risks, to build businesses, to invest for the future, because they have already fireproofed their soul. Their ultimate treasure, their inner peace, their virtuous character, is stored in a place that no market crash can ever touch. If they lose their external fortune, they have not lost the core of their well-being. This makes them paradoxically more effective in the financial world. And so, we arrive at the grand synthesis, the harmonious state of being that is the goal of the Stoic Way. We see the individual who has fully integrated this philosophy into their life. They are not a monk in a cave, nor are they a rapacious capitalist. They are a new kind of being, the prosperous sage. They are effective, disciplined, and often very successful in their financial endeavors. They understand the rules of the game and they play it well, but they move with a different energy. There is a lightness to their step, a calm in their eyes. They are engaged in the world, but not ensnared by it. Their success does not inflate their ego because they know their worth is not in their accomplishments. Their failures do not crush their spirit, because they know that true failure is a failure of character, not a failure of the balance sheet. They are a fortress of peace in the midst of the chaotic marketplace. Observe how this person handles the inevitable ups and downs of fortune. When they receive an unexpected financial windfall, they feel a sense of gratitude, not giddy elation. They see it as a new tool that they can use for a virtuous purpose. When they suffer a major financial loss, they feel the sting, but they are not devastated. They accept it with a sense of equanimity, as fortune recalling a loan. Their inner state, their peace of mind, remains remarkably stable through it all. They have achieved the ultimate goal of all philosophy, eudaimonia, or a life of human flourishing. It is a life where inner peace and outer prosperity are not at war with each other, but exist in a beautiful, symbiotic relationship. Their inner peace allows them to make wise, rational financial decisions, and their financial prosperity, managed wisely, provides the resources and freedom that support their life of virtue and tranquility. This is the art of living according to the Stoic Way. This balanced, powerful, and peaceful way of being is not an esoteric secret reserved for ancient Roman emperors. It is a practical path available to every single one of us. It begins with the simple, revolutionary decision to stop tying your self-worth to your net worth. It is built day by day through the practice of meditations that loosen the chains of attachment and reframe money as a tool for a virtuous life. Look at the money in your wallet, the number in your bank account. Right now, it has a relationship with you. It is either your master, dictating your emotions and controlling your choices, or it is your servant, a tool that you wield with wisdom and purpose. The Stoic Way is the instruction manual for ensuring it is the latter. It is the path to becoming the master of your money and therefore the master of yourself. Thank you for meditating on these powerful ideas with us. This is not a philosophy to be learned, but a way of life to be practiced. To continue your training, please subscribe to our channel and like this video for more wisdom on how to live a balanced, prosperous, and peaceful life. The final reflection begins now. Look at the resources you are currently stewarding. Are they a source of anxiety or a tool for virtue? The Stoic Way empowers you to choose.